And we're live. It's Adam Robinson, founder and CEO of Retention.com. You're watching The $1 Billion Startup. Watch us bootstrap a unicorn in public. This popped up twice this week in two different conversations that I had with two different entrepreneurs. It's lessons from me building my two successful startup products. So I'm going to talk about how I built V1 of Retention.com in 12 weeks. And I'll preface it by saying I built Robly all wrong. It took 18 months from the time we conceived of it to launch. We were competing in the email marketing space. We tried to get a dev shop in India to basically copy MailChimp because we perceived that that was the best ESP at the time, email marketing app at the time. We built way too many features. It was a total mess. We had to start all over again. And it basically took us, like I said, 18 months from when we decided to build it to when we launched the product, and then 2 months after to get revenue. Now, I am very proud of the progress that I have made as an entrepreneur since then. I do not trust my intuition still, but with Get Emails, which is now called Retention.com, it was 12 weeks from zero to the first dollar that we took in from a customer. And I am proud that I wanted to not detract resources from Robly, which was paying the bills at the time, while I was experimenting on this other product, which ended up being much more successful. So we sold Robly to private equity for 8 figures and it was fine. But here's what I did. We needed our customers to get a script on their website. At the time, I was completely obsessed with Drift. So I was like, how are we going to get this UI built? I knew if I could get the UI built and get HTML to Tate, he could build the first version of this product with no integrations or anything else very, very quickly. So I went to this tool called Snagit, which is kind of like Photoshop for Dummies. I literally just snapped photos of Drift's UI and how they get you to install a script. These photos, this is just Drift's UI. And I literally made a job posting right here. It was called Robly ID at the time. I hadn't even bought Get Emails. I didn't realize that it was not going to be the same brand as Robly. That kind of happened as we were doing this. And this is the job post. I basically asked anyone and everyone if they were willing to make these pages, and I copied these screenshots that I just showed you, and we had our wonderful designer, Cecilia, supervising it and making sure the UI was super tight. And then once we had these Photoshop pages, that took 2 weeks. Diana had some freelancers in India that did the HTML, which took another 2 weeks. And the HTML was handed to Tate. 4 weeks later, we did the minimum features possible, which was a pixel and basically a mechanism to ship the emails via spreadsheet over to someone's email address. And this is the magic part. We ran a Facebook ad, an explainer video, which I'll link to in the comments. It's called the Get Emails OG video. And we spent $5,000 on ads the first month, got $10,000 in monthly recurring revenue off of it. 12 weeks after we conceived of the idea. So that is what I would argue is incredible discipline on minimum viable product and incredible discipline on building something very lightly, improving it out. And ever since then, we've been on this rocket ship, and here we go. $1 billion startup, bootstrapping a unicorn in public. Any questions, let me know. I'm out.